guys, what's up? It's me, Becca. Welcome back to my channel. I wish that today was just clickbait, but I really did get my lips super glued together. So I wanted to tell you guys about it. I've mentioned this story a couple times in some of my other videos, but it's actually still kind of sensitive to me, so that's what's taken me so long to make this video. And then also, like, the person who did this to me might possibly see this video too. I don't know if she watches my videos or not, so for safety's sake, we're gonna just change her name to Regina George, okay? So, when I was in high school, first I had to have open heart surgery. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed my little fancy scar. And so I missed quite a bit of school from that. And then when I go back, I kind of feel left out. I don't feel as popular, whatever. And then they thought I had breast cancer, so I had to miss more school and have another surgery, and luckily I did not have cancer. Praise Jesus. But when I went back, I just totally felt left out at this point. You know how, like, when the cliques are walking down the hall, the most important or the most popular girl is right here, and then, like, her two little minions are beside her? That one of those used to be me. But then after I missed out on so much school, that, like, I was, like, a less important minion, so to speak. So I was, like, kind of stuck on the end, just getting hit by, like, all the locker doors and stuff, trying to stay caught up. Can't even hear what they're talking about. Totally excluded from the conversation. You know, that's how it goes. So I was already feeling totally left out now like that since I came back. Well, my mom, of course, tells me it's just in your head. They're still just as much your friends as they were before. But, you know, when you're in school, you can sense it. You can just tell. So I could tell they didn't like me as much. Whatever. I don't know. So we're in English class, and the Regina comes up to me, and she's like, "Hey, Rebecca, have you tried this Dr. Pepper chapstick?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have." And then she's like, "Well, you need to try this one because it definitely tastes like Dr. Pepper." And so my retarded butt was like, "Sure." So I get it, and I put it on. And instantly, like, you know when you get super glue on your skin and you rub it together, the heat that you feel before it sticks? That's what I felt. And I instantly knew something's not right. And also, I don't know if you've ever tried, but, like, the fingernails that you can put on with the, like, fingernail glue. I've tried putting them on with super glue before, and they don't stay. But the super glue that comes with the nails is super glue. And it makes the nails stay. That's what she put on this chapstick. So it was, like, super duper glue. It was not fun, okay? Don't do that to anybody. Unless you really don't like them, don't do it to them. Because, like, the whole top layer of my skin on my lips come off with it. And, of course, as soon as they did it, they just laughed and giggled and went away. Ran off. And I'm just left there, like, crushed and broken. Like, it's one thing if you see a bully approaching you, you're gonna, like, put your guard up, and you're gonna, you know, be expecting something. And so when they're mean to you or whatever, it doesn't hurt you as bad. But when I seen my friend come up to me, I didn't have my guard up. I wasn't expecting her to be mean. So it totally took me back. Like, I was just dumbfounded by it. That was my last day of school. Like, I quit school, guys. I went to homeschool after that. I, like, called my mom after that class crying, hysterical. I was like, "They super glued my lips together." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "I know." So, yeah, I went to homeschool after that, and I got a 3.5 GPA, and I did get on the work program and stuff, but, like, I missed out on so many cool things, like prom and, like, graduation. I just wish I wouldn't have let them, like, run me off like that. But when you're in school and stuff like that's happening, like, it's so easy for the adults around you to just be like, "You're not there for friends, you're there to learn, you're there to get your education, that stuff's not important." But, like, when you're there in the moment dealing with it, that is your world. That is what's going on, and it is important. And I was thankful that my mom listened to me and came and got me from school. And, you know, she did put me in homeschool, and who's to say that wasn't a good choice, because what if they would have continued to bully me? I've heard so many horribly sad cases of kids who have given up their life because of bullies. And, you know, it's true that high school is just a little blip in your life. That when you're older, like now, I look around and I have a beautiful family and a beautiful home, and I'm so grateful. And, like, when I look back to how my life was then and how much it stressed me out and I just felt like there was no escape, to look now and see what I have, like, of course, it was definitely worth waiting it out, and, you know, my life did get better. But when you're in that moment, it just feels like it's never going to end, and it feels like there is no escape. So please offer any kind words that you have to anybody. If you see someone that doesn't have friends, and, you know, you could be their friend, but you're like, or I could just go eat some nachos, you know, invite them to eat nachos with you or whatever. I don't know. But my point is that they thought that it was just a joke. They thought it was just a prank, and it was not supposed to be a big deal. But for me, it was a big deal. I'm sitting here half of my life later talking about it on YouTube, and I had actually stopped going to public school because of it. Like, it was a big deal to me. So just stop and think. Like, I know we all get so caught up in our own little world and get caught up in our own head sometimes, but you really got to stop and think of how you're making other people feel. Because if it's not good, then it's probably not, you probably shouldn't be doing it. Like, I'm all for a good prank and a good laugh and stuff, but you just need to stop and think of how much of that laugh are you getting at the other person's expense, and is it really worth it? So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I know that it was on more of a serious note, but it kind of needs to be. I thought about ways to make this video more funny and more fun to watch, but it just needed to be said. It was a story that needed to be told, because bullying is very serious, and I'm very against it. And bullying comes in many, many forms. You know, you might not think of yourself as a bully. This Regina girl that I'm talking about probably never considered herself a bully, but, you know, that really hurt me. If anyone asks me, name an instance where you're a bully, that is the first thing that comes to my mind. So just be nice to one another, and just think before you act, I guess I should say. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, and if you're not already and you'd like to be, hit the subscribe button and become one of my sub sandwiches and join the picnic. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.